That's a classic open right there, bitches. What's going on, beautiful people? It is me, Black Zeus. We are back for another episode of Black Zeus, the podcast, season 4, episode 7, in the studio with my boy, Dante. Yo, I swear you blow niggas speakers out every week, dog. Yo, what's going on, fam? I did not do crack. If you're watching the video podcast on YouTube, I'm really jittery, bro. And we were just talking for a couple hours. I was not this hype.
Hey, that's that good energy.
That's that good. Is that good energy in blue? Hallelujah, hallelujah. Bro, I swear I'm not on meth. What did I say before? Crack? Now I said meth? Well, I'm not on any of those things. I barely even smoke weed today. I think, I hung out with family. I'm hanging out with family again, extended family. Dante, how you doing, bro?
You know how I'm doing. I'm blessed and highly favored today.
Hey, I don't think I asked you that last week or the week before, now that I think about it.
Yeah, you did.
I did?
Yeah, because you always ask me.
Well, guess what? I am on crack and meth. So my memory is gone there, Captain. Yeah, I'm totally not sick anymore either. I could tell because I've done 8 voices and we've been recording for 8 seconds. My everything is fine there, Captain. Shout outs to anybody who's new listening to the podcast this week. We had a spike last week. It turns out anytime you mention Patrice O'Neill, George Carlin, or Paul Mooney on the internet in this, what should we call it? This woke age? In the woke age?
Yeah.
People tune in.
Woke era.
Yeah. So salutes to all the people that are into the truth tellers. These niggas are always represented on this set. Here's Carlin right here and Mr. Patrice right there. Now, let me tell you, actually, bro, we might as well get right into the episode this week. I had... So, I've been talking about, my influences have been, I've been influenced.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's finally, seeped all the way into my work. I think I've gotten very comfortable and understand how to bring my out there thoughts to the stage without being... Because I'm not... I don't know. My personality is not really, the confrontational. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I might have to take that back. I'm pretty.
No, but I get what you're trying to say.
I'm a fun, what your immediate take of me is usually from what I take from audiences, because I get away with saying some outlandish shit, but it's my yes, but my personality carries me to that place, and I think my audiences can tell that I'm not mean spirited or I don't know. It just comes across in my personality, So I've been stretching the limits of that, and as I've been talking a lot more openly on the podcast, it's been reflecting on stage. I had an amazing show. I'm back, baby, at the corner. Salutes to my home club. I miss you. I love you. And I'll just be better at booking you. I took some time away from the big city. I was doing a lot more shows outside of Toronto. Because they pay more. I swear to God, meth-free, crack-free episode. I promise you.
This is healthy, Zeus, guys.
This is healthy. Well, I've been healthy, Zeus. I think I'm just not jaded, Zeus, this week. Okay. I've been a little jaded. You could tell. I'm just... Bro, how many videos do I need to release where I'm like, yo, the industry is shit. Stop making me try to make memes, man. Fuck. Not putting on a dress. So I I think I'm back to a healthy mixture of Jovial. That's a good word.
That's a good word. You don't really hear that a lot.
No, you don't. Especially crossed with Militant.
Jovial.
I'm a jovial militant. Can you write that down? That is the episode title 100%, bro. That is the perfect description of who I am. So yeah, I had a show at the corner on the weekend. I hosted actually, and there's I don't know. I think I don't even know how I want to describe this or what I'm trying to describe exactly. First, let me start off with the mentality that I went in with, because I went in as a host, which freed me up even more so to just experiment with my new thoughts, my new stage thoughts, and how to tweak my stage personality and all that shit. Because if I was going in to do a straight set, especially it's showcase season right now, and I have a showcase coming up, I kind of want to hone in on some specific jokes, so I might not be straying too far from like my set list. But going in as a host, I have one job and one job only. Well, two jobs. A, make sure the crowd has an amazing experience and set the comics up to have a really great set, which everybody fucking smashed. Shout outs to Max Sheldrick, Amy Cunningham, and my guy Nick Reynoldson. Nicky! Really, really fun lineup. Max is just fucking crushing it. And I know he has a showcase coming up. I wish you the best of luck, my man. So it's funny because he's been seeing me lately. Like Max has been seeing my content, quote unquote. He's like, obviously I'm getting militant vocally online and shit. So we were like joking before the show started, and he was telling me how he was prepping for his showcase. And I'm like, so you want me to like bring you up strong? And he's like, actually, if you could tank it as much as you possibly can for me. And I even brought this up on stage. I'm like, tonight, I'm just the guy you fuck with. I'm gonna be fucking with you and setting up the comics to have the best night possible, except for the first comic. And I just started shitting on Max. It was so funny, bro. But then even when I brought him up, I did set him up.
Yeah.
And not setting him up, I set him up pretty well, and he had a pretty good setup. If I just say so myself, but during, I don't know what's wrong with me, bro. During the set, or I guess hosting, I don't even like calling them sets. But not that I don't like calling comedy sets. The set is a set, but when you're hosting, to me, that's a different. Sure, it's a set, but this is Two Inside Baseball, but this is what this podcast is. It's purely comedy. So if you're into comedy, you're in the right place. If you're not, get the fuck out. What the fuck are you fucking doing? I know I've been really militant lately, and maybe you haven't been hearing me do voices. Is that what you fucking want? Huh? You want to do voices? Is that what comedy is to you? Just fucking voices? Anybody who watches that probably thinks I'm a shit-ass comedian. Imagine that's the only clip that they see of me. Like, I will never see this guy live. And that's your fucking loss, pal. You fucking loser. I don't know what's going on to me. So in the middle of this hosting gig, I start channeling a little Mooney energy, some Paul Mooney energy. And I forget how I got into it exactly, but it came up. I was talking to a guy in the crowd, and I asked him where he's from, and he's like, "I'm from Poland or whatever." He's like, "Oh, I'm from Greece," and that's when I'd like, "I'm from Greece. I'm an exotic black, da 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 da, this and that, generic shit." But then I get into the meat of it. I'm like, I know you're the wrong guy to ask because you're Polish, but and I pretty much like I boiled all of Ukraine's racism down to this one Polish guy, bro. Just because I explained, it's like, look, I'm Greek, so I know Europe. I know this part of the world a little bit. So just tell me, is it as racist as they say? And I know you're the wrong guy to ask this. But, like they were asking me for my money at the grocery stores at the beginning of this shit. I actually started, that's how I started. I asked him if he has any black friends in Poland. He's like, I have two. I knew he wasn't lying too, because usually people will say one. He had to. And I asked him about it. He knew their birth dates. So I'm like, yo, that's kind of weird, but, good on you, bro, because you've been grilled by black men before, it sounds like.
Yes, I have two black friends. Their names are...
Why is this nigga German?
Polish accent.
What?
I know Germans were in Poland.
Dzień dobry. I don't have it. Konrad. My name is Konrad. Dzień dobry. Any Polish people? Probably not. Wait, really?
The comedian one. I don't know him personally, but...
Say that again?
The comedian Conrad?
Oh, the only Conrad that you know is, Nigerian.
Yeah.
Have you ever met a Polish person?
I know Polish people, yes.
All right, now we sound like white people. I have a black friend, I swear. Both of us are just, I have a Polish friend.
No, we're really close with the Polish like family. Like,
Hey, dzień dobry.
yeah, there's this one dish that they have. It's so good.
What is it, pierogies?
No, it's like sausage, beets, potatoes mixed in like a...
That sounds
crock
Polish
pot.
as hell, dog.
You like slow cook it because we like went camping with them like out in the woods and stuff. So like,
Salutes to Poland, bro. Shout outs to the. Do you say Polskis or is that like derogatory? I think Polak is for sure derogatory. Well, with this episode got flagged. So I'm talking to this Polish guy, asking me if he has black friends, and he's like, I have two, and that's when I start channeling the Mooney. Because I know regionally, Ukraine and Poland are right there together. And actually, I think a lot of them went into Poland during the Ukrainian, like during this war that's happening, quote unquote. So I asked him, I'm like, I know you're the wrong person to boil all of Ukraine's racism down to. But at the beginning of this Ukraine thing, when they were asking me for money at the grocery store, which is cool. But why, when I was watching people trying to escape from there, they weren't letting black people on trains, and the whole crowd starts to go. Oh. I just turned my head. I'm like, shut up! I tell them all to shut their mouth. And I rode through that moment with this guy, and it was so organic, and it was just like it was exactly what I feel like I'm moving towards, bro. It was a room full of people talking about some active, real shit in a very funny way, but in a connective, like in a connecting way. It was like I was able to like. I really have found the line. I can ride the line well of militant and goofy, man. Like I can say some real shit within my character because this is who I am naturally. You know what I mean? But like physically, but mentally, I'm very much yes, my nigga. What's You know what though? I don't want to. I don't want to misrepresent myself either because I am very goofy. Yeah, you know, like that's
the jovial militant.
Exactly, bro. But a lot of my thoughts are mostly preoccupied in the background by more serious thinking. Yeah, that's like what drives me is like serious thinking through life. Just I'm very philosophical about shit. I observe a lot, and even when I perceivably am being just goofy or whatever. There's something's going on, you know. This is the mind of a madman. So yeah, it was just an amazing moment where I was able to somehow get this Polish guy to take the brunt of the racism of the Ukrainians at the beginning of this war, and had a whole room of people just laughing. And I've become really good because that's not the first time I get those like butt clenching moments. That's I always tell the crowd, stop, like unclench your ass right now, because like there's no need for that. And I think I really caught on to that. Maybe like 4 months ago, I was doing this show, random little white town outside of Toronto. Not really, like you get there, it's at a brewery, it doesn't really seem like a woke type environment until like I look up and there's like a big like gay and trans flag in the ceiling, but like the town that you're in, you think you're in a redneck town, you know what I mean? Yeah. So I played on that. And then I'll like in the middle or towards the end of my set, and I'm having a great set, and I'm talking about everything. I'm making fun of myself. I'm making fun of everybody, all races, whatever the fuck. And then I make this one. It's not even like it's a Matrix joke, but like the way I go into it is like with the Wachowski brothers and the Wachowski, like how they transition into the Wachowski sisters, and having said all the outlandish shit that I had up until that point, and everybody laughing, and especially me making fun of myself and everybody laughing. Like this joke isn't. I test these jokes. I've done them. I've done them in front of gay crowds. Like literally, there's a place called Mandy's Bistro in Toronto. It's like a gay eatery or whatever. And they do shows there. I test a show there. I test it in front of gay comics and all that stuff. You know, like I'm not going up there to be insensitive or to just say some random shit. I have points to make, and I've figured out that I can make them poignantly, but also hilariously. So I've tested this Matrix joke out a lot, and it's one of my favorites, and it does really well, and it makes you think, which is like it ticks all those boxes for me. So I do it at this place, and literally the whole crowd, all like only white people, like woke, quote unquote. You know what I mean? Like they got that, and they're like, they all start groaning. And I was so pissed, bro. I'm like, there's no fucking way you just did that. It's like, there's no, and I went in on them to like, not, I didn't scold them, but I'm like, let's fucking pause here for a minute. Cause everybody in this room has been laughing at everything and everyone. Like, don't fucking, Isaac Hayes me right now. You know what I mean? Chef from South Park. Remember Chef, the character?
I do remember Chef. I didn't watch too much South Park.
All right, fair enough. So the thing is that Chef, Isaac Hayes was the character, or the voice actor for Chef on South Park in its heyday, like when it first was really, really popular and when I was growing up. Super controversial, all that shit. They made fun of everybody. Christianity, Jews, Islam, bro, everything. And then they do an episode about Scientology, and Isaac Hayes is a Scientologist, and he said, fuck this, bro. You guys are fucking crossing the line. You can't be talking about this. And he quit. Really? And the way they killed off the character Chef is just mwah. They took all the recorded dialogue and made they made one final Chef episode where he didn't voice it. It's just all clips of like his previous voice recordings, and it worked, but they turned him into like Darth Vader and shit. Like they killed him off, bro. They killed him off. It's so genius. But it felt like that. Okay. I'm like, you're with me until, but like, there's no way 100% of this room is fucking gay or trans or anybody. So how are all of you all of a sudden in unison? Is it because you got this flag? But like, are you trying, like, you just sat there and watched me make fun of myself, make fun of every race, religion. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. Come and this is the point where I got them. I'm like, did anybody sense any hate in anything that I've said so far tonight? Bro, by the end of whatever the fuck I was saying, they gave me an applause break. Like they like some of the people like stood up. So it's like that, bro. I'm not like that. Let's fucking be human again. Please, for the love of God. Like, we're at a comedy show. I'm not an insensitive prick. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know how you can look at anybody ethnic, especially, and think that they're gonna be up here to fucking just, I don't know. Why I can't say that though, because like racism has no color. Okay. Like, or like not racism, ignorance. Ignorance has no color. That's what I'm.
Yeah, but not racist. But I meant like just like discriminatory or whatever it may be.
Because I have seen comics actually be just trying to be offensive and all that shit. Like, that does exist. Yeah. But the thing that I got them on was like, this is 20 minutes into a 30-minute set. At this point, you know I'm not a bad guy. Yeah. Exactly. Like, at this point, you know I'm not just saying shit just to fucking, like, twist a knife. Yeah, like, I already got you. Actually, that's hilarious because I did film that set. And, yeah, bro, I'm not even in a pocket, bro. Like, I'm in space swimming. Like, I feel like I'm in a galaxy of my own right now. I compare myself to no one as I'm inspired by others. I do not compare. I don't use any of their material. When I say I'm inspired by them or like I'm channeling them, it's literally like their essence, their spirit, the fucking like the truth telling shit, which is what I grew up on, which is how I grew up mentally. So it's like, why should that not reflect? Which it is fully. I'm actually going to release a clip on my Instagram. By the time this is up, this episode is released. It should probably be my newest clip on my Instagram. I don't have a TikTok. I'm sorry if you guys are trying to find me on TikTok. I'm not on TikTok. I could not. Note to self: don't make eye contact with anybody after doing that. That stare was just long enough to be uncomfortable. But yeah, fuck it. That's the show recap this week. Let's get into the weekly poll results. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are new to the podcast, every Monday. Let me fresh take. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are new to Black Zeus the podcast, every Monday on my Instagram social media feed, on my story feed Ladies and gentlemen, if you are new to Black Zeus the podcast, every Monday on my Instagram story feed, I post an interactive poll question. I leave it up for 24 hours, so all Monday, and we discuss the results. I almost fucked it up. We discuss the results right here on the podcast every Wednesday, and the cycle repeats anew on Monday. So make sure you're following me, aka Black Zeus, on Instagram. It scrolls by at the bottom of the screen every couple minutes here. If you are watching, if you are listening, once again, that is AKA BLACKZEUS on Instagram and all social media feeds. This week's poll question. Can you pull it up for me actually on the screen, please and thank you? You can drag it right over the game. Fuck the game, Nick. Fuck the game, Nick. This week's poll question. Are you more introverted or extroverted? First of all, how do you answer that?
Okay. I don't box myself in. No, I'm
This nigga. Why'd you have to do the neck twist?
Because that's how I. Anyways. Like.
Oh, you're thinking right now.
I'm thinking because this is the thing. I'm both. Like, most of the time I'm by myself anyways. You know what I mean? But I'm also okay with being with people. So, like, am I introverted? Am I more inclined to be by myself? Or is that just how
you naturally are?
I naturally am, right? Because I don't mind being out with people. Like, I don't really get...
I'm going to force you to pick one. Okay. Because I do these polls specifically like to force you to pick, because I was thinking about doing 3 options for this, because technically I am the same.
Yeah.
I'm 100%. I ride the line, and I've become very comfortable at just moving the dial on my own.
That's what I'm saying, right?
Now, I still think I lean more towards one than the other.
This was my next point. Majority of the time, I would say I'm introverted, because majority of the time I'm not out with people, if that makes sense. So
I would ask you based more on how you personally feel versus how you spend your time. Because if that's just a byproduct of like location, like you're a little further away from your homies or whatever, like so you have to travel and all that stuff, like that probably plays a factor. But if you would prefer to be out or in an extroverted,
that's what I'm saying. If I was a more extroverted person,
you would just naturally be out there.
I would have been out there.
That makes sense.
I mean? So I would say most of the time I'm introverted, right? Just because I'm like that. But yeah, I would say I would lean more introverted than extroverted. But like I said, I'm not really afraid of talking to people.
I'm not afraid.
I'm not afraid. Like, I'll go and do stuff. Like, I don't mind dancing in front of other people. Like, I know people have that, like, weird sort of fear of, like, dancing in front of people or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't really care about that. I'll go up on stage like I don't know. You know what I mean?
I get that. I think, honestly, it even blows my mind to say this, but where I am currently in life, I think I lean more towards introvert, even though I actually very much prefer, like, I really do prefer to be extroverted. For whatever reason, at this stage in life, not for whatever reason, I've been getting heavy into just gnosis, bro. I've been like studying, bro. I've been studying life and all this shit.
Inward now.
Correct. But I still don't feel like I'm introverted because of it. But I am a little more isolated because I want to be spending my time learning specific things about myself, about life, about whatever. So yeah, like growing up, I moved a lot and all that shit, and it was sink or swim mentally. I think that's how I grasped it. I wasn't a loner, so I wasn't gonna go be by myself. So growing up until like the end of high school, I was the most extroverted, and then college time, I start reflecting inwards a little more, and then I start kicking people out of my life that don't need to be there, and just start figuring my shit out properly. And then I start becoming more introverted. Then I start comedy, and I'm in my introverted phase, figuring my shit out. And comedy, like I actually had to bring my extrovert back out after I had suppressed it. And I wasn't really looking to do that at that time, but I found comedy. I found the thing. So at that point, like nothing was not worth it to me, Like, it's not like I didn't even like being extroverted. I knew that I was at a time and place in my life then that I need to just focus on myself and kind of separate from what I perceived to be friends, which turned out to be acquaintances. And I went through all that. And then because of comedy, I had to find a way to just like, well, I'm at a club. I'm extroverted right now. I'm not at the club. Boop, and now I just like comfortably wherever I am.
Trying to be extroverted, but you're by yourself all the time. Like,
But actually, sometimes I am extroverted by myself. Like, and what I mean by that is,
like you're.
I'm bouncy. I'm energy. Like I treat myself as if I'm in the company of others, and I have fun.
So then, would that mean that you're more extroverted then?
No, because that's not all the time. Like typically when I am by myself, like especially right now, I'm like studying. I'm reading or I'm watching yeah, correct. Or I'm editing or some shit. Yeah. So it's all, I don't know, man. I feel like I have a very beautiful balance of this shit. And truly, I have to go with my own rules. So I will say introvert on this one, which is crazy. Yeah. But the truth is that I'm right in the middle. I'm a vert, bro. I'm just vert.
Yeah, you're ambivert.
I'm ambivert, nigga. The knob is broken at this point. So it's just like, it just constantly spins, and I just like can stop it telepathically.
Well, maybe it's not really a knob, it's more of a pendulum. So
Yo, I'm actually, I'm fluid vert. Damn, that's a really good episode title also, Fluid Vert. That's gross. No, maybe not a good title episode, but I will maybe make that the poll video episode, Fluid Vert. But yeah, let's actually get to the people's results. Because this is, I forgot we didn't even do the results. We just, ladies and gentlemen, what did the people say? Drum roll, please. The results are. Yeah, it's all good. Most people are introverted, which not by much. 57% to 43%. Introvert versus extrovert. So it looks like the people are the same. Obviously, I'm sure a lot of them are just straight introverts. Like, or maybe not. Maybe this would have been a good one to give 3 choices on. Ride the line. But
the thing is, I don't think it's so binary. That's the issue. I don't think it's you're either introverted or extroverted, right? Because
it's situational.
It's so situational.
Or even like emotional state. Like there's a lot of factors.
Yeah. And you switch, like you said, when you're on.
But I know that I switch because I've had very unique life circumstance. I don't think everybody has that. Like I know straight up introverts, but also I know straight up extroverts that don't ride the line type deal.
But that's what I'm saying. So you have to be able to factor in those people that are riding the line. You know what I mean? And because I'm sure there's quite a bit of people that are like that. So
I'm fluid, bro. I'm fluid vert. I'm fluid vert. Yeah. All right, man. Life is pretty good, bro. When you could just say dumb shit like that. Brings us to a news segment on the podcast. This world is fucking wild. We obviously know that there's a lot of crazy shit happening, and I think it's time that we find a moment on each episode to highlight some of that craziness in a new segment that we're dubbing Dantes Inferno. So my boy Dante here will bring up some wacky, goofy, philosophical, whatever the fuck, something that is in the zeitgeist for the week. And we'll bring it up every once in a while or maybe even weekly, discuss it, and give you guys something more topical to get into. We will end this episode with a UFC recap. So if you guys aren't into that, this will be the last thing that you will be into, and then we'll get into a nice recap of UFC 286. Spoiler alert, Kamaru Usman lost again. All right. I guess I should say Leon Edwards won again. Kind of respect the champ on that one. But yeah, this week's article, what do you got?
This week's article.
Man
spends $15K on high-tech dog costume to fulfill his life.
Now we did talk about this one a little bit. I remember I was briefly talking about this. This shit makes me sick. First of all, like the picture on the right here. So for those of you that aren't watching but are listening, can you click dismiss on that for me for a second and just scroll up? Okay. So this is the article headline. Man spends 15,000 on high-tech dog costume to fulfill his lifelong dream. And if you like just Google this, it's a New York Post article. There's probably tons of articles on it, but the picture that they show, first of all, that looks like a fucking dog.
It does look like
Like
a real dog.
on the right. On the left it does, but it doesn't. Like something's odd.
On the left, if you're like 5 meters away, it still looks like a dog.
Okay, if you're yeah, okay, fair enough. Even to me right now, it still kind of looks like a dog. You know where it fucks up is those feet. Like, nigga, that's hands, bro. Why is that dog wearing UFC gloves? Like, yo, people make me sick, but I can't judge. Yo, but for real, I'm not supposed to judge. So what am I supposed to do here? You walk down the street and you see this, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, are they walking on all? Scroll down for a second, because I remember there's another picture to this, which is a fucking amazing, bro. Wait. Yeah, there's a video. Oh my god. Yeah, click it. Full screen this, please. That's Look at this, bro. This is a human being. He fell back like a dog. All right. Let me be serious. You think he's like jerking off in that thing? You gotta let that keep playing. What the fuck is going on? Yo, get this nigga some kibbles and bits, bro.
What's crazy is like he does seem to have
the dog movements down, bro.
He seems to be pretty good at it, you know. Like, you ever seen those guys that do the mocap for the Planet of the Apes?
Yeah, like Andy Serkis or whatever the fuck. That guy from the Gollum.
Yeah.
Look at him, bro. Why does he roll over like that? Watch a human walk in the room and just start sniffing their ass. Ew, did you see the way he moved the mouth a little bit? This nigga is... Look at the back legs, bro. Look at the back legs. That is hilarious. That is a rubber chicken leg, bro. No. You know what's crazy, though, is the fur actually looks so realistic. That is a dog. Yeah. That's free. Don't wave at me, nigga.
I don't know where his body is in the costume. Like, I can't tell.
No, where it breaks for me is like the arms and legs. No. The mouth, the head actually is the most realistic looking part to me of the whole thing.
But is his eyes like are his eyes like in the eye like here? Like, where is he seeing out of? Where is he? Like,
I would think.
Is this his feet or is his feet like up here?
No, so obviously he's on all fours. He's on all fours. So those would be his.
Where are his knees?
Huh. No, this might be a tiny Japanese man.
Yeah, speaking of Japanese,
this might be a tiny.
To the second part. Do you want to finish reading the article real quick?
Yo, do we even need to read the article? I want you to scroll. Okay, I'll read a little bit. His nickname is Good Boy. You make me sick, bro. A Japanese man. There it is. There it is, bro. A Japanese man. Who else would it be, nigga? A black man? Actually, to be fair, I was just talking to my homie about this today. You remember the DC sniper? Like, this is like 2000s. The Washington DC sniper. You know how shocked I was to find out that was a black guy? Oh. And he was training like that little black kid, and they were like hanging, like camping out. It was like a week-long thing or 2 weeks or whatever. They were terrorizing people in Washington DC, just sniping people out of the back of their car. It was a black guy. That is such a white guy crime, bro. I was shook. But this, you see 15,000 spent on a realistic dog costume, your mind immediately goes Japanese.
Do you think he can stand up regularly in this thing, or does he have to be on all fours at all times?
Like if he does the a dog on hind legs type deal, but when they're begging. No,
I mean, like, can you just stand up and like just walk away?
Yo, this guy gets no pussy, bro. That's crazy. He probably goes to the bar in this. Well, his foreplay is just sniffing your ass, your crotch. All right, let's read a little bit of this.
Hold on, he might not get pussy, but he gets mad bitches.
Oh, that's clean, bro. That was You remember those meme niggas? All right. His nickname is Good Boy. A Japanese man is going viral after spending more than $15,000 on a hyper-realistic costume so he could fulfill his lifelong dream of becoming a dog. I love that they even broke that off from the sentence. A clip of the man masquerading as Lassie has racked up more than 600,000 YouTube views. God damn it, nigga. That's what I gotta do, bro? I gotta get in a dog costume for you to watch this podcast and make me sick. To be fair, though, I am one of those 600,000 views. Oh, this is a quote from him. I made it a collie because it looks real when I put it on. This guy is sick. This man is sick. Well, he researched so he probably actually wanted a bulldog outfit or something, but he's like, it doesn't look good. It does not. Yeah, it does not look realistic.
Imagine having like a bulldog, but it has to be like 5'9" or like 5'7".
The collie was perfect for my short Japanese knees. Yo, this is great. This is a good introductory to Dantes Inferno. This is like, oh yes, we haven't even seen the picture. See, look at that. Look how warped the front feet are. That's fucked up. That's not dog feet. That's hands. That's hands in a glove. That's hands in a glove. That's what fucks it up for me. But the back legs.
But where are his back legs?
You're right.
These don't look like dog. These don't look like human feet. So
they look like tiny. You think it's like stilts? You think it's like little?
I don't know.
That's the photo. Look at that. Look at that picture. That's nigga's hands, bro. Nigga looks like the Hulk, bro. Wait, go back to that last photo. Yo, human beings are sick, bro. We really ran out of shit to do. God bless this man, though. Don't let me bully him. He's living his best life. Oh my God.
I wanted to just add this little section on top of it here.
Wait, all right, let's read this. Part-time cat at Namba Murai, Osaka, Japan. All right, this is oh my God. This is
like another one of those crazy costumes.
This is an actual employee at a store. She's handling money. How does this person see? Oh, through the eyes?
I don't know. It seems like
this is just straight up a fake cat costume, but like it's more detailed than it needs to. Maybe if this person committed and laid down like in the cat poses and shit, because that other guy studied collies.
Yeah, so he's committed to being a dog. This person is just wearing the costume.
Yo, imagine the guy in the dog costume is going out for a walk, and then this girl's going out for a walk. Is it even a girl? It is, right? It said it was a female.
I don't know.
It could be a dude, man. Yeah, we don't even know. It could be a dude. Imagine they're just going out. They start barking and they start scrapping in the middle of the street. Oh they're sworn enemies.
There's some other stuff. Maybe
they're both in Japan, bro. Both these people are in Japan.
You have to see. I'll save the stuff that's going on in America for the next episode because that other stuff is. Anyways.
All right. Dantes Inferno, ladies and gentlemen. We'll return next week. Let's end this show with a nice little UFC 286 recap. We got the boy Dante in the studio, the ultimate. If you're trying to know about MMA, this is the guy to listen to, yes. Or I guess other guys. But
no, I'm the
guy. Dante, what would you rate this event out of a 5?
In terms of what?
Stars. The event overall.
Like
pay-per-view.
Star power?
No. In terms of like. How
was it?
Enjoy, yeah.
Oh, it was really good. I really enjoyed it, actually. Like
3-star, 4-star, 5-star event.
I'll give it a 4.5.
That's pretty damn good, man.
Yeah.
Especially
for O2 Arena, right? Because they're in the UK, so the UK fans always add like an extra.
Were they louder for Patty?
Probably.
I feel like they were.
Probably.
Like I feel because I watched it and it was like.
It's the UK.
Yeah, fair enough. All right, fair enough. We're only gonna cheer so much for Leon.
Yeah.
But to be fair, that boom headshot dead chant was going bonkers.
Yeah.
What's it called?
See, but that's the difference. There's Leon fans, and then there's fans of like a British athlete. If that makes sense.
No, I see. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah. There's discriminatory factors. Too, so. Discriminatory factors. You know what though? I big ups to Leon for bigging up Jamaica more this time. Yeah. Like I noticed he actually said that this time. I'm repping Jamaica too, man.
Yeah.
It's like I'm like, damn right, bruv. bruv. I completely forgot it was a UK event. Mm-hmm. So I tuned in
Oh yeah, that's right.
for Rafael versus Gaethje. I was so hyped, bro, because like obviously, like going into the event, that was the fight that I was most looking forward to.
Yeah. Can I just get on record that you asked me who would win before the fight, and I told you?
Yeah.
I just want that.
You
On
do that
record
a lot
somewhere.
though,
I
and
know,
I don't know why I
but no
didn't
one
think
ever
to
believes
consult
me.
you. I didn't think to consult you because I did bet my homie on the main event, and I think I bet with my emotion, which is not how you're supposed to bet. I wanted to see Kamaru get that fucking, but also, and maybe I will stop watching Embedded so much, like the preview series of Fight Week, because when I was watching that, it looked to me like Leon was getting, like really into the love that he was receiving, and almost like he was getting lost in it. That's what it appeared like. I was very wrong.
Yeah.
I was very wrong. That guy's very composed.
He's very composed. Like, and those.
And he deserves that love that he was getting too. So I'm happy that he was enjoying it while still like fully who the fuck he is,
Yeah. Yeah, he stayed in there. He did really well. He was picking his shots. He stayed disciplined. Like, that's the one thing you have to do when you're fighting Usman is like you have to stay super disciplined. Like, you can't throw no spinning stuff, no nothing. Like, don't get too crazy. Because one mistake, you can end up on the ground. And you might end up on the ground for 5 minutes. And then you just lost the round because you threw one spinning kick.
True.
You know what I mean? So.
What was your fight of the night?
I like the Leon fight. Like, I like that. Gaethje Fizzy was really good.
You know what?
I have the one I showed you.
That was a great fight, man. I'm happy you showed me that.
Yeah.
Question though. Every once in a while, they do a fight that's not title fight, that's not co-main, that goes 5 rounds. How do they come to those decisions? They've done it like once or twice. I know they don't do it all the time.
So no, they.
And how the fuck do you not give Gaethje and Rafael a 5-round fight?
So they do that when it's a main event, right? So they might.
I know that, but I've seen. I swear there was I swear to God, no, I know I'm not wrong about this. There was at least one regular fight that got 5 rounds. I even remember watching the post fight and somebody asked him about it.
A regular fight.
A regular fight that went.
Where? Was it in the UFC?
Yeah, it was UFC.
Was it recent?
It was within the last 4 pay-per-views. Like maybe I'm wrong on that, but I 100%. I even vividly remembered hearing Dana like talk about it. He was asked about it in one of the post-fight conferences.
Oh, you might be thinking of.
Was it Islam?
No, it was. Was it like Ferguson Diaz or something like that, where they made that like a 5-rounder?
Possibly. Like I don't remember. My mistake is that I don't remember the fight.
But most of the time, a 5-round fight was only. At one time, it was only for championship fights.
Mm-hmm. Then main events.
And then they did main events and championship fights.
I like that.
Yeah.
Like if you're gonna do a main event.
Yeah.
Especially like.
A main event should be 5.
Some of these fight nights. There's a good one coming up. I think Vera is fighting. I think Cheeto. Yeah, I think.
Cheeto Sandhagen.
Yo,
Ooh.
bruh, that's gonna be war.
I got Cheeto Vera.
Cheeto Vera. I could just coming off the fucking last war that he was in.
War with Dominic Cruz.
Yeah. Wait. No, I'm confusing him with oh my god, I always do this. Who did Moreno fight the trilogy in? Figueiredo.
Yeah.
I always confuse Figueiredo for, which is really racist. I'm sorry. I apologize. But Cheeto's a fun fighter to watch.
Yeah, he's a great fighter to watch.
So that's
Sandhagen too. But I'm going Cheeto on that one. I think Cheeto hits way harder.
Yeah.
Sandhagen. Cleaner. He's probably more like efficient with his strikes. So he's got efficient hard strikes. Maybe on the grappling, Sandhagen might have a chance. But good luck.
I'm excited to see what Moreno does next.
Yeah, is he fighting?
Not soon. He just fought. Like he just did that quadrilogy.
Yeah.
What a ridiculous. But it's the fight game. I guess you got to do stuff like that. Yeah, I think that's a good place to end what a great show. I think we gave people a really good show. If you're new to the podcast, thank you for being here. We're here every Wednesday. If you're not new to the podcast, you are the beautiful people of this podcast. Much love and respect to you. Thank you for supporting. We are getting better with each episode, and we're getting more creative too, actually. We just had a really good creative meeting today, and I really like some of the ideas that we're going to start implementing here. So, exciting changes for the channel coming up. I feel confident in saying that, so I will say it. Exciting changes coming up for the podcast. But no, you beautiful people, thank you so much. This has been Black Zeus, the podcast, season 4, episode 7. Dante, where can the people find you?
You can find me on Instagram at person1prod, PERSON, the number 1 PROD.
Sick.
Send me a DM. Let's work.
AKA Black Zeus on all social media. Black Zeus, the podcast on YouTube and all streaming platforms. We're on Apple Podcasts, we're on Spotify, all that good stuff. Here every Wednesday for you, the beautiful people. But until then, peace.